Apparently there was a video to watch. Riot released a new video. Dev update. I'm really in a bad mood. It's better be.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul.
Shut the f up, Paul.
I'm Paul, aka Pebro.
And I'm Andre, also known as
it is mixed up. That kind of pisses me off more than it should, I think.
Medler.
Today is April 1st, aka Pebro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Medler.
Oh, they did it on purpose. Oh, they did it on purpose.
Today is April 1st, and we're back to talk to you all about some of our plans for Season 2. Now, if you haven't seen the two cinematics, you should probably pause now and go watch them, because we will be referring to them a number of times in this video.
Okay, if you're still here, let's talk spoilers.
Paul, it was close, bro. Like, I respect it. They probably realized, okay, that joke was a flop. The cinematic was terrible. These guys have left after 15 seconds. He gave us a break
you
too.
should probably pause now and go watch them, because we will be referring to them a number of times in this video.
Paused a bit for us. All right, they're all leaving. What a disaster. Thanks, production, by the way. Those lines were a flop. Terrible joke. Fire the scriptwriter. All right, who's still here?
Okay, if you're still here, let's talk spoilers.
This part wasn't scripted, by the way. He came up with that himself.
Last season, we watched everyone's favorite Noxian frenemies, LeBlanc and Vladimir, plan, plot, and scheme. Now we're headed to Ionia to find the powerful weapon they've been seeking. But we're not just going to Ionia.
Meaning that the festival takes place in Ionia.
So for Season 2 of 2025, we'll be continuing to refine our approach with many of these things and a few other surprises further out.
We do want to save bigger, more disruptive Summoner's Rift gameplay changes for the start of each year, and then tune and iterate on those changes throughout the year so that we're providing a more stable and competitive experience. That means for Season 2 this time, for example, we're putting our focus a bit elsewhere, a lot of it on game modes this time. We do, though, have some meaningful Summoners.
Like I said, bro, and you know what, I understand. Dude, I think it would be easier for everybody and Riot and better for the League of Legends brand if Ranked didn't exist. Truthfully. I think if everybody played ARAM and everybody played the casual game modes, Riot would be awesome. Like, they'd be happy as f***. Because League of Legends gets that, like, bad stigma of, like, being toxic because Ranked is miserable. And it's not just the player's fault. Ranked is miserable because of balance, because of troll, blah, 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 because of griefers, soft enters, because queue times take too long, because of quality of life to get to a game. All this shit adds up. So this is why people are even more toxic in-game. Riot would just like it for people to just play ARAM. It is what it is.
There's Rift changes coming this season still, and we're going to hand
No,
over...
I agree. I think it is 100% fixable. I completely agree. I think the issue is fixable as but at this point, it's not getting fixed.
But to Riot Froxon now, we'll walk you through those next.
Hey everyone, today I want to talk a bit about the Summoner's Rift gameplay changes that are coming at the start of Season 2. We've heard your concerns about objective overload, so we have some changes that should help find a healthy balance, in addition to a few other...
Yeah! I haven't seen... Eliminated! Sheesh! I haven't been here in a while! Eliminated! I haven't seen him in a while, you're right.
We have coming for Spirit Blossom. First up, Articon. In Season 1, we made changes to Articon's two forms, so you would see Voracious less often than Ruinous. And while we saw a good initial...
I can't focus! These freaks in the background are talking! Is it filled noise, or are they actually talking?
Reaction to this change, we still saw some frustration around how often Voracious Articon spawns in pro games, and how game warping his buff is. So in Season 2, we're getting rid of Voracious Articon, and he'll have only one form, Thornbound. While he won't look different from Ruinous Articon, he will have adjusted rewards. In addition to the Bloody Roses, the team who kills Articon...
Is this a real person in the background, by the way?
How game warping his buff is.
Is this a real person?
So in Season 2, we're getting rid of Voracious Articon,
forever.
And he'll have only one form, Thornbound. While he won't look different from Ruinous Articon, he will have adjusted rewards. In addition to the Bloody Roses, the team who kills Articon receives all
the f*** is this shit?
Unclaimed roses on the map, and all of their bloody petals are purified into spirit petals, which grant 25% increased effect. Additionally, the team will also get a spiritual purification buff for the rest of the game that slows and damages nearby enemies and champion kill, which we think will be a more satisfying effect. Outside of Articon, we also have some adjustments for the Void objectives based on feedback we've seen around objectives driving game pacing, especially before the 20-minute mark. First, we're changing Void grubs to spawn a single time, which will be a bit later in the game. This should allow everyone to focus more on laning and ganking, rather than prioritizing early objectives. We're also moving the Rift Herald spawn time up to 15 minutes, and making it generally harder to avoid. Her damage. Another place we've seen a lot of feedback on is the bounty system.
I think Rift is so garbage.
One of the main issues is that it sometimes feels like you have a bounty when your team is behind. So we're making the objective bounty system.
It's a joke, yes.
Help bounties your team is behind. So we're making the objective bounty system more accurate, which should help bounties feel like they're only on when your team has a lead. Outside of objectives and bounties, we're making a small change to the jungle and support roles.
Oh,
In Champion Select,
building the wall. Here it is. He's gonna say it. We are building a wall around the lanes that junglers cannot gap close, blink, flash over for the first 10 minutes of the game. We want players and skill discrepancy to be apparent now and not heavily influenced by the jungle. Say it, say it, say it. Build the wall.
only junglers will have access to Smite, and it'll be automatically assigned. Additionally, supports will automatically be given World Atlas at load-in. Our goal is to try and reduce certain types of trolling, and oops, my team doesn't have Smite lol, lock-in failures. We're adding the ability to swap roles in Champ Select, so you can still ask nicely to trade. And if you're an unsealed spellbook bard enjoyer, don't worry, you'll still be able to get Smite in game. We believe the ability to do this will discourage the pro play lane swap problem we saw in Season 1, without directly impacting the rest of us normies. Finally, we're replacing Gray Screen with a new Spectator UI, and adding killstreak sound effects that will play for your ears only when you participate in takedowns. We have a dev blog out now that goes into more detail about the gameplay changes that you'll see when you load.
Freak out of my. This just makes me uncomfortable. Bro, how am I supposed to focus on what he's saying when this weirdo's doing this? Stop looking at me, you pisser. You're pissing me off.
Into the Rift at the start of Season 2, so be sure to check it out.
Hey everyone, I'm just a capybara, a director of product management. You can call me True. League is at its best when you're surrounded by people. A director of
I
product.
just had so many questions about this. Like, okay, whatever. Obviously, okay, obviously this is a scripted line. Like, how many takes do you think this took? Like,
Management. You can call me True.
how many times do you think he, like, fake looked at him and, like, fake smiled like this? Dude, it's uncomfortable. Like, dude, I can't, man. I mean, these guys are good actors, I gotta say.
League is at its best when you're surrounded by people who are positive and play their best. But when you have someone inting, grafing, or running it down for fun, it just sucks. So we're rolling out some updated systems that will better detect and punish people who want to ruin your games.
Yes.
Starting next patch, we'll have improvements to our griefing detection systems that automatically identify and punish players for soft inting and trolling teammates.
Soft inting,
Because some people just want to ruin games, we aren't going to share exactly what the system looks for.
I don't like that. Nobody's gonna get punished. I think this is what I was asking for, though, because even if it's placebo and they're just saying it, what is it called? A deterrence. It makes people not want to. Until a certain point when people are like, wait, never mind, they're not actually banning for it. But even if they're lying and they don't actually track it, this should do something.
But it's built to detect things like running around and not contributing to avoid AFK detection, for example. Additionally, moving forward, when you receive report feedback, it will include the name of the offender, similar to how the cheating feedback notifications currently work.
Ooh.
We know that this is an area that we really have to get right. We've been doing some tests for the last few patches to make sure our number of false positives is low, and we're confident that we should see very few. We'll also continue to refine this updated system over time, and we'll talk about it again in another dev update.
Further out, there's more work we'd like to do around smurfing and boosting in particular. That's something that we hope TrueScale 2 can help address, which, as a reminder, is a new matchmaking system that we've been trialing in some regions and modes. We also want to share some numbers from the Vanguard LP refunds that we added in patch 25.6. As of filming, we've refunded over 700,000 LP to over 30,000 unique players who had a cheater in their ranked game.
And since then, around 24,000 cheaters have been successfully
eliminated.
Let him do his kick.
Aside from punishing players who waste your time by ruining games, we also want to take some time to thank all of you who bring positivity to the game. Whether it's through helpful and friendly comms, grouping for objectives, or just fist bumping each other after a great play.
Bro, he's getting old.
We're also seeing a lot of feedback on the recent changes to the honor system that we're working on. We'll be back later when we have some changes to share here.
We have a lot more details on these changes and some updates on changes we've made over the last few patches in a blog that's out now. So go check it out if you'd like to learn more.
Pass.
All right, we want to talk a bit about modes and metagames.
Skip me.
If you'd like to.
Okay,
For 30
so
and we're
like I said,
confident
dude,
that we should
in particular,
a few patches to make sure our number of false
system looks for ruin your games.
Starting next patch, we'll
next patch. Wait, does this mean tomorrow patch?
have improvements to our griefing detection system.
Again, I think this is probably going to be like placebo for sure. I think so. If it's not, then goddamn, let's go. I think it is still. Next in 2 weeks patch. Okay, I think it is so hard. And if they have a system that does it, I don't know. I think it's. Yes, soft ending is annoying as shit. I think you have to actively you have to actively watch the game, and you have to be good enough to understand soft ending at that set rank. Like a player's soft ending in Challenger, Grandmaster, and Master is way different than a player's soft ending in Bronze, Silver, Gold, like whatever. And does their system really know the difference? Like that's what I'm like. It is actually extremely hard, and I've always said it's very hard. You have to have a good player willing to do it, willing to understand. Oh wait, this guy's actually not trying to win because he walked bot lane at 27 minutes for no reason. He wasn't thinking, and we were all begging him to. It's actually very hard. So like I said, me personally, I think this is more of Riot talking. But again, I think even if they're just saying it's better than not doing anything because it will make some people think twice.
Systems that automatically identify and punish players for soft inting and trolling teammates.
And what's the punishment? Let's say what's the 10-game ranked restriction? I think that would be awesome. Make them win 10 normal draft games. That shit is disgustingly hard. 25 normal draft games. 25 normal draft wins. I promise you they'll never do it again. I promise. I know. I think permaban is not even good. I think a 25 ranked game, you have to win 25 normal draft games. I promise nobody softens.
Because some people just want to ruin games, we aren't going to share exactly what the system looks for. But
All right, we'll see.
Of anyone who tries.
if you'd like to learn
Or we think it's important to consistently have ways to play League outside of standard Summoner's Rift. So, we'll be releasing a new game mode called Brawl.
Brawl is a 5v5 mode where you choose your champion, and it's played on a new map set in the whimsical Bandle City. And your objective is simple: push your minions into the enemy's base to win, and get rid of anyone who tries to stop you.
No towers, no major objectives, and nothing but your base's health bar to defend. Brawl is intended to be a fun, action-packed mode for players who want a lower-stakes game or are looking to get their friends into League without having to deal with all the complexity of SR.
Now, games of Brawl have been balanced with snowball mechanics, so while you might be down at some points, you're never truly out, making it perfect for playing with friends of drastically different skill levels.
Whether you're just looking for a fun time trying to play with friends or just want non-stop action, we hope you'll give Brawl a try when it goes live in patch 2510. We can't wait to see
Settle
what you
down,
think.
Paul.
Now, if you
Calm
want to learn
down,
more
Paul.
about
I'm a
Brawl,
father.
check out the new dev blog that's out now. Separately, though, we also want to take a moment to talk about metagames. We're coming off of the Demon's Hand, and we love seeing all the combos you pulled off at once.
We will have another metagame come in, something a bit different each time. All right, we'll hand things over to the skins team to talk.
Nuggets, Kia, Blast Station, Soul.
We've also Prestige Spirit Blossom Lux, who will be my personal favorite. And you got more than she knows what to do with. We've also got Bard, Varys,
I
and
seen
my
something about
personal
Ivern on
favorite,
Twitter.
Zyra, as well as Ivern and Prestige
I feel like I saw a post on Twitter that was flaming the out of this Ivern skin.
Spirit Blossom Lux, who will be earnable on the personal favorite, Zyra, as well as Ivern
Is
and
it a skin or a chroma? Because I think they were saying it's like they were crying on Twitter and it's just a it's just a reskin or something. Ivern base. It's just a recolor? Oh, okay, that's fine.
Prestige Spirit Blossom Lux, who will be earnable on the Act 1 paid pass.
Outside of Spirit Blossom, when we were looking at skins for Season 2 overall, we took a lot of learnings from Season 1. We want to do a better job at offering a wider variety of skins that are focused on our champion-first philosophy.
This guy looks
So
groovy.
in Season 2, we're introducing something we're calling variety skins.
Thomas.
Standalone, one-off skins that are either from existing thematics or totally new ones tailor-made for that champion.
The first one will be Pool Party Twitch, which will be earnable on the Act 1 paid pass. And while I'm sure some of you are thinking, what about Twitch Screams Pool Party? I mean, look at him. He's a little rat and he's got a squirt gun. He would totally cause chaos at the family barbecue.
And we gave him a little Hawaiian shirt.
No, he's so precious. He's a little baby.
He's a baby. So anyways, variety
Baby.
skins will give us more room to
Where's
just
Miss
focus
Rue?
on making
I
cool
wanna be my
skins
baby.
for individual champions without needing to build them into an entire grouping of thematic skins.
We're also looking at ways to bundle variety skins together into a looser thematic of sorts, like the recent April Fool's skins. You know, they all have the same core vibe. They're silly, they're goofy, they're fun. But
We believe season 1. And we'll have Zep.
for us,
Bye, Thomas, and
love to hear what you think.
Thomas, and
Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.
Okay, that just about wraps things up for today. In case you missed it, Swift Play is now out globally. So be sure to jump in and play a few matches if you haven't already had the chance.
And while you may have recognized quite a few familiar faces in yesterday's cinematic, there is one who may look new. Yanara is our new champion who will be coming out in Act 2.
dude, they're still releasing new champs. It's so crazy. Dude, I think all the new champs are a disaster for the game. I think they're so bad for the game. And I think they're so bad for the balanced team. And I think they make all their jobs so much harder. But it's like their quota, so it's like what they have to do. I think it's so bad for all of them. And I've told them this. Dude, it's like the balanced team, dude, I've said it to them before. The champion design team and the balance team are disconnected. The design team is just like, bro, let's do this. This champion has invulnerability, dashes, true damage, a gap closer, can spin 360, do a kickflip in midair, and a 900 Tony Hawk skater spin. Balance team, figure it the out. And the balance team, who's dealing with a billion other things, is like, oh shit, we got to put all this other stuff on hold. This champ's going to be the most popular for the next God knows how long. We got to make sure it doesn't ruin the game. Blah, 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 blah. And they obviously can't do it on top of everything else that they're doing, on top of the other champion that just got released 2 weeks ago that they're trying to do, on top of the other 8 reworked champions that have been a colossal disaster to the game. Like, it's actually a lot. They are 100% disconnected. And I know there's also a thing where every single new champion is broken on purpose, so people are like, ooh, let's play it, right? Whatever. But bro, a lot of people see that and they're just like, this. And they just don't bother queuing. Like, it's actually, or it's just their permaban. And then because they have to permaban that new champion, their original permaban that frustrates them gets picked. And then they play against it, and they're like, this game, man. This champion. And then they just stop. Like, it is what it is. It's or they're just negative, or they're toxic, or whatever. Like, bro, there's actually like a mind game to this. My mic sucks, by the way. It's actually crazy. So, I don't know. I don't like new chips at all.
We don't want to spoil more, but we'll be back before then to share more about her and her connection to the Spirit Blossoms.
And then finally, we wanted to share that in May, we'll be celebrating another pro who has made his mark on League. This player will join the Hall of Legends. He's inspired the next generation
Tyler1!
of players, and we can't wait to give him the recognition he deserves.
Tyler1,
As
finally!
always, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the dev blogs, and we'll see you
All right,
on the
Paul.
mat.
Until next time. See you.
All right, man. See you guys. Okay, so the rank, we'll see about the indetection. We'll see about the rank split or the Summoner's Rift changes to the Otacon being the Spirit shit. Grub, only one set of grubs. Rift Herald later. That's about it. There wasn't actually much there. Why'd you leak it? I'm sorry, guys. Oh, wait. That's the thing that figure. Wait, is it going to get its own skin? There's a new cinematic. I think they're calling it that. I mean, I wouldn't recommend watching it. I couldn't even stomach it, bro. It's like a little anime sneak peek. You won't know what's going on. You won't understand half the shit. You'll recognize like 2 characters. You know, it's an ad for new skins. That yeah. She was confirmed to be an 80 carry. I mean, I don't. It's not an ad. It's like a teaser for Arcane or something. No, for the new season. Or wait, the split ends in 2 weeks. Wait, they fixed this? Holy shit! You can see actual ranks on the side. What the flying? Oh, this might be the greatest thing I've ever. Wait, it is finally actually fixed. You can see your legitimate rank on the side instead of like 100,000. When did this get changed? Wow. No, I think it's been longer than 2 years. Where's your account? Probably top 500 right now. I mean, I've barely played. Rank doesn't reset? Oh, because it's all year long. But wait, but they're still doing splits?